Well, we allowed the wife to be in control. I thought I could trust her. So,
Oh,
okay, so you want to see. My
yeah.
dad was married 9 times. Hell, I can't get one right now. But 9 times, daddy was married. I don't give a damn. My husband on his last bed. And no bitch come to see my husband. But some people are better women than me.
What is going on, everybody? Hope all is well. It is your boy King Jives. Listen here, we are back again with another show, another interview, another highly anticipated interview. Listen, I'm interviewing today a special guest of mine. Her family is no stranger, and I mean no stranger to the limelight, to controversy, or anything of that nature. Listen, I am talking about the daughter of a highly controversial social media and public figure personality. Listen, Domonique Matthews is a native Memphian who is a strong single mother of two boys, 20 and 5. In 2013, she received her bachelor's in criminal justice as well as working as a registered dental assistant. She is most known for her varied accomplishments as a life insurance broker. Matthews was a teen mom who was determined to fight against the stereotypes. She is a survivor of cervical cancer and continues her daily fight with long-term lupus. As the youngest daughter of the highly controversial, I told y'all, of the highly controversial public figure, the Cussing Pastor, Thaddeus Matthews, she has tried her best to hide her battles with stalkers, domestic violence, depressions, father issues, public humiliation of negative comments, and suicidal thoughts. She is now on her journey of finally telling her story in a raw and unfiltered way throughout her latest book, Can't Make This Stuff Up. I'm sorry, you can't make this up. Sometimes I just be wanting to say you can't make this stuff up, period, that part. You can't make this up. The book isn't about perfection. It's about survival and growth. Above all, it's about making peace with the truth. She lives by her motto, God will never put more on you than you can bear. Matthews is more conscious of how she allows people to treat her, and she has learned to not ignore the red flags as she accepts people for who they are. She has mastered controlling her emotions and doing what only makes her happy. Listen, you can pre-order her amazing book by clicking on the link in the descriptions below this video. Listen, let's get ready to jump right on into the interview as I interview Domonique Matthews.
Yeah. It's the King Jives Show, baby. Turn it up, turn it up. We riding high, spotlight glow. Killing hearts on the King Jives Show. Sexy vibes, truth overflow. Left, cry, love, let the whole world know.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy King Jives. Listen, we have an amazing interview I have set for you today. Today, I have an amazing young lady. She is the daughter of a very highly controversial social media personality, period. Listen, this is the daughter of Thaddeus Matthews. Domonique Matthews is going to be talking about a lot of things today. But listen, without further ado, I want to introduce Domonique Matthews.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you so much for having me here.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Listen, you have an amazing book that is out already, actually. Stirring up some stuff. Ooh, that's the book?
It's the book.
Oh, okay. See, listen, I saw the title of the book, and the title of the book was I Can't Make This Up. I wish you would have just said I can't make this up, but I understand.
Well, that's really what I want to say. But
So listen, thank you so much for doing this interview. And again, my condolences to you with the passing of your father some months ago. And he was a well-known person. That man, if you wanted to start some mess, Thaddeus was the man to go to. And Thaddeus knew how to keep the gas on the people, okay? But thank you again for being here. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. It's been a rough 7 months is where we at now. 7 months. I can't even believe it. I'm still stuck at. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And just in case y'all hear, because you know they be like to come at me, I am on the porch in this beautiful sunlight that's going on. So don't come for me. So
So go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I'm still stuck in February February 24th is I'm still stuck. So, it's just a day by day situation.
Wow. Well, again, like I said, my condolences, light and love and prayers go out to you and the family and everybody that's connected, was connected with him. So because because of social media, we really got a chance to know you towards the end of his journey. And so if you could for me for a second, can you just share a little bit about your background growing up in Memphis and what shaped you into the person that you are today?
Mm. So first I gotta start off with saying I really, really wanted to do your show because I watch a lot of these blogs and they got stories so wrong. And I do appreciate that the fact of on your show, you have never bashed me on your show. So I appreciate that. I did see when you did the cover of when they stole the packages off my porch and everything. I saw that. I appreciate you because somebody came for me. We ain't gonna talk about her big head ass, but we all uh I appreciate it. But I had to tell my story because for one, so many people kept getting it wrong.
Mhm.
And for two, people don't understand what it is to be the daughter of somebody who is in such a big light. On a national here in Memphis, it's like right on me. It's like a cloud sometimes. And to tell you the truth, I tried to run away from it. I was like, Lord, somebody gonna find me a man. They're gonna change this whole name. I'm done. I'm tired of this bull. It was just like, can we act like normal people for once? We couldn't. So, but with my dad, I had a lot of pros and cons. Um, but he was my biggest headache, is what I tell everybody. I lost my biggest headache. My dad was the funniest guy in the world to me. And what this book is, how it has shaped. I just need people to know where I come from, get the story straight,
Mhm.
and also humanize my father. That's the big goal of this. My dad made a lot of mistakes. He hurt a lot of people, but the most he did was hurt your feelings. And
Mm.
I need people to quit acting like my daddy murdered somebody, like he killed anybody. He did a lot of good in this city. And in order for him to do good in this city, he had to act a fool a lot
Mhm. Mhm.
because burying people for free didn't get ratings. Having 10 plots and giving them all away and not thinking that he needed one for himself wouldn't get ratings. Bringing gang members and solving cases out here, that
Yeah.
didn't get the numbers.
Because he was a
So,
part of the young Dolph situation too.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that that situation got me fired from a job.
Oh. Oh Lord. Are you for real?
Yeah, when they started putting two together, they was like, "Hold on." Other lady had the job I had after she figured out that he was my father. I was fired the next
Oh my
that
God.
Monday.
But your dad was helping though. I don't understand that.
Yeah, but the threats, we got a lot of threats. I've
Mm.
gotten a lot of threats. And so some people didn't understand why I was trying to run away for it because people didn't understand that I became my dad's easy point or the punching bag, or if you want to piss him off, you came for me.
Mm.
And as a mother, I had to protect my son.
Mhm.
So you learn in the book, I went through a lot of situations. I had stalkers, not one, not two, 6 stalkers.
Jesus Christ.
And I tell about those stories and I tell about those situations. And so, yeah, you can't make this shit up.
That whoa, that's in the book too? That's in the book too?
uh, what, the stalker situations?
Yes.
Yes, those
Oh,
the I talk about the main ones, and I talk about a lot of situations in the book, and yeah.
wow. Okay, so you described the book as raw and unfiltered. What was the hardest truth that you ever had to put on paper in this book?
My feelings um was the hardest part. I talk about depression. I talk about suicide in this book. Um, I talk about my secrets in this book on how I hurt people as well. Learning that I had some of his ways.
Mhm.
It was like a mirror in this book. Now, these are all things that I've healed from. So, they're going to come from me, but you can't come from me. I believe that God don't get the glory unless I tell you what happened. And so I have to show who I was from there. And I need you to understand from there who I am now.
Mhm.
And in each one of those chapters, I actually write a letter to myself out of each chapter.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know why everybody's speeding down the street today.
So listen, we're gonna go back, we're gonna come back to the book, but just to give the people a little bit more background about yourself, in your bio, you talked about being a young mother at a very
Mhm.
young age. What was the experience like, and how did it push you, and how did you defy the stereotypes?
So I guess it was like a chain that was going on in my family. And I didn't break that chain. My mom had her first kid at 16. My sister had her first kid at 16. I had my first kid at 16.
My mama had
And
me at 16 too, but you know.
now I did break that chain with my 16, with my baby now. He's 20, we're still good, college and everything. But um I had to grow up super fast. And sometimes I guess I used to think that certain situations that I probably wouldn't have dealt with if daddy was there,
Mhm.
was more vocal. But what it did was it put a motivation in me. I think as a mother, my motivation is my kids. So even the way I carry myself is my kids.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to allow my kids to become me. I don't want my kids to ever feel embarrassed of me.
Mhm.
So the way I do things, the way I carry myself, the way that I move is always with the thought of my kids. And and that's because for some years I did sometimes have a shame of the things that my dad used to do. Um, And you have to understand, as I was always on social media fighting for my dad or fighting for me or something of that nature. And I never want to turn my kids into that. So who I am now, I tell a lot of my secrets in there just so you can understand the woman that I am. In order for me to do anything when it comes to where my dad is, I need people to understand who I am. And what I'm not going to do is act like the people that's behind these comments don't have a life and don't have secrets and don't have skeletons. The problem is with mine is I'm okay with saying what's mine. I'm okay that God brought me through these times and I can apologize and I'm still here and I can do better. So that this book is about healing. It's about survival. It's about um, me. It is what it's about. Everybody think it's about, but there's a lot of people that's in this book that did things to me, and nobody said nothing.
Oh,
Um,
well, you came to the right
and
place. We gonna say something today.
yeah, my thing is, you can't come to me and say you didn't do it.
Oh.
So yeah, it's there. I say no names. You just have to figure who the person is out.
So listen, as because we're gonna get really, I want to get in depth with this book.
Okay.
So reading some of the information in your bio, some of the information more about the book. You talked about living with lupus and surviving cervical cancer. which it takes a lot of strength to survive those things. Uh,
Hmm.
what what has the battle taught you about resilience and faith?
Um, my faith, uh, when it comes to my faith, I know I'm okay. Like that's not even a question.
Hmm.
Um, it's been times that I didn't think I was gonna make it through. When I say I make it through, mental illness is a whole nother level. I'm the epitome of when you see when they say a mother is trying to be a mother and still trying to deal with broken heart and mentalness and depression and the whole nine. Um, when it came to the cervical cancer, the lupus was a lot worse than it was with the cancer.
Wow.
I had my mom that was right there, that was always right there, but the lupus is still an ongoing situation. The thing with lupus is they don't have a cure for lupus, and you don't know what your body's gonna tell you. And what it did was drive me into entrepreneurship, is because I couldn't tell you how I was gonna wake up every morning,
Hmm.
who I was gonna look like. The flares sometimes was in my sleep. The pain, the stress, it showed in my
Hmm.
face. So what it has done is just got me to a point of you got to keep going. Um, I just figures it. I don't know. I just figure it out. I just pray and I just say, God, don't put no more on me than He can bear. And if you gave it to me, that means I can handle it. That's where I'm at now. Back in the day, heck no. But where I am now, it's nothing you can pull to me that I say, hey,
Okay.
I can't handle it.
Okay. Well, listen, let's we got quite a few questions here to ask you, but let's just go ahead because the people want to know about this book
Okay.
because it's some juice in the book. So I want y'all to make sure y'all go out and the descriptions of where to get the book from will be in the descriptions below the video. Make sure y'all go online and order you a copy if you want to know all the tea and all because what we don't say on here, you're gonna have to go read about it. Okay. Um, how did the book help you heal from past traumas?
So I'm still healing.
Okay.
It is a day to day situation, but a lot of those things in that book, I had to apologize to myself. Um, a lot of stuff got overshadowed. I really had became a person that seemed like my problems, my feelings was always kind of pushed to the side. And
Mhm.
so what I was doing was acknowledging my feelings.
Mhm.
Um, when my dad passed, it was super dark.
Mhm.
It was too dark. It scared me type dark. And I've always been a journaling type of girl. My sisters are 9 years apart from me, both of them. So I was kind of almost the only kid at the house sometimes. And what I used to do was actually write. Always had a diary. Even when it came to my dad, I used to give him a journal. Say, "Ugh, stop putting everything on Facebook. Write it down." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That was always me. And so it's not at the ordinary, if you know me, for me to actually write a book because I always tell my life stories every day to myself. But what the book is, what it allowed me is to go through the feelings. When it came to grieving, um, once somebody had told me, like, you may need to get in grief counseling, I knew it was starting to show because I was angry. Um, I was angry that I had to share so much. I was, how you want to say, it was so many feelings I was trying to feel, and what I was trying to do, and what I'm trying to do is be better for my kids. I have to be a sane mother. My kids are 15 years apart. So my oldest, who is 20, he's going into adulthood, but I'm still here. And now I have a 5-year-old who needs to get still the best side of mom. And so what I've been trying to do is allow myself to go through all the steps of grieving.
Mhm.
I don't know what step I'm on, but today I'm okay. I can't tell you how in an hour it'll be, but grief hits so random. And so I tell people If you have not lost a parent,
Mm-hmm.
keep your mouth off it.
Gotcha.
That's where I'm at with it. If you have not lost a parent, you do not know where I'm at or how I feel. The out of body experience it comes with losing a parent. And I don't even care if you wasn't close to them. Something in you is gonna feel some type of way where it's going to affect you. So yeah.
So with the loss of your father, um, I want to get to this question. With the loss of your father, how was your relationship with Melanie? Because they were together for 10 years.
Um yeah, I think it was about 10 years is what they say. They was only I don't they wasn't married those whole 10 years.
Okay.
Um I don't know the exact number, but our relationship now is pretty much non-existent.
Hmm.
Um, I've lost a lot of people this year.
Okay.
Along with that, I lost a lot of people. A lot of people started showing true colors. I immediately learned the protection that I had, that my dad had over me. Um, Now that dad is gone, balls are bigger.
Mm.
And apparently I have to show that I ain't no punk bitch either.
Well.
Uh,
Oh,
um, but people true character started to show. And as of right now, I own nothing of my father. I have a watch, one of his watches that he had, which was one of his favorite watches. But I've been blocked from his Facebook page. I have no control over his YouTube page, cell phone. I, none of his belongings went to any of us. My dad only had grandsons. Between me, my sister, and my brother, we all have boys. Everybody knew my dad would dress to a T, and he had his name on every suit.
Every
Uh,
suit, every suit,
every
every
suit
shirt.
was tailor made, cuff links, everything. Our boys have received none of that. I don't know where all those things are. So yeah,
Who
no.
did that?
Well, we allowed the wife to be in control. I thought I could trust her. So,
So Melanie, that's who married him.
hmm
She blocked you on everything.
yeah.
She didn't allow y'all to get anything from him.
Well, when we was good, I was able to get the watch. Um, but as our relationship has been non-existent, where it is, no, I don't have anything. Um, no, nothing.
So just to add a little juice to this. So Melanie was with Thaddeus for 10 years. You, how do I say this? Your mom was with your father. Who all was with your father? Like, just wait a minute now.
Okay, so you want to see? My
Yeah,
dad was my daddy was married 9 times. Nine,
9 damn time.
nine married 9 times. Hell, I can't get one right now. But 9 times, daddy was married. Melanie is the ninth wife. Um, and in between marriages, it was still girlfriends, side chicks, whatever the case is. My daddy lived his life to the fullest. Um, so with Melanie is they were separated when he passed. I think maybe the last 2 years, and don't quote me because she gonna come back for me anywhere she come. Um, but that last year, most definitely they was completely separated and was she was doing her thing and dad was dealing with his health. Now, at one point in time, dad thought they was gonna get a divorce and he was trying to make it where I would be the power of attorney. You even see it in a post. He said it. But really he couldn't do nothing from that hospital bed. Um, and it wasn't even about who was gonna be in control. It was never about that. I fully had trust to her. I think she did a great job when it came to the funeral and And she did what she was supposed to do. She was the wife. I think the agreement was when they got married was for, the health insurance and all that stuff right there. And so genuinely she cared about him and she did what a wife was supposed to do. I don't know why on the live she is saying like she did me a favor. He was her husband, but I don't know. I don't really have a lot of words. Come on, keep it going. Keep it going.
Listen, this the book, y'all. This the book right here. You can't
You
make
can't
this.
make this up. You
Can't
really
make
can't.
this up. The life of the cousin pastor's daughter, Dominique Matthews. Wow, wow. So I did not know all that was going on. So he was married 9 times, and because I saw all the videos. I saw all the
Uh-huh.
videos, all the posts. I saw the videos from him in the hospital to the day he passed.
Mhm.
Um, it was always some type of friction, something going on, and like I said, we didn't learn about you until towards the end. Um, how did you how did you navigate all of that with him, because that truly is what's in the book. How did you navigate all of growing up? Because when did you really meet your father? Out of 9 women, how did you really meet him?
Out of 9 women.
9 women.
um,
Jeez.
so in the book, it starts off. The first chapter is called "Who's Your Dad?" That is the first chapter, and the first chapter actually tells about how I actually met my father. I was not raised. I did not know who my dad was initially. My mom and dad was married, and apparently I came along at the end of the marriage or at the divorce, somewhere in there, back in the 80s, best generation. Um, but I met my dad at a funeral. Is
Mm,
how I met him. Now, if you want all the rest of the tea, you gotta buy the book. But I had to be maybe 8 or so when I met him. I was old enough to read my birth certificate, and that's where it came about.
okay.
That's how I talk about it. I explain how I came upon the name and never questioned in the house why everybody's last name was a different last name. And I've always been a Matthews. My name has always been Matthews, on my birth certificate and everything. Um, but when I asked the question and saw my birth certificate, is when my mom finally said, "I think we gotta meet him." And so I go through the whole visual of the day that I first met him, the feelings, the emotion my mom had, everything. And to let you know, and everybody think, because I talk about the feelings that my mom had. My mom is very okay with this book, and it's a lot of people that I had to make sure that I was only telling my story and I wasn't telling anybody else's story. This
Mhm.
book only tells my story. So anybody that's in this book that I talk about, that means there was something that they did towards me in
Mm.
this book. So I know some people worried.
So question: how did Melanie react to you being hit? Because at some point, you all developed a relationship.
Yeah.
Because Melanie has been very vocal this
Hmm.
entire time about Thaddeus and everything like that. And like I said again, we didn't develop a social media presence with you until towards the end. So what was the relationship and reaction with Melanie with you coming into his life?
Melanie went around in. She wouldn't have thought about.
Oh, okay.
I
Huh.
think we don't, let's not give her too much credit now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's not give her too much credit because I mean it was a whole lot of slew of women way before her.
Mhm.
So um and that's not to take away from her, but Melanie met me when I was a full grown woman, not a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what was the problem was we kind of get that confused because in my dad's eyes, I was always little girl. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, either he referred to me as Domonique Matthews or little girl, little
Mm-hmm.
girl. And so maybe in this last live that she had did was she makes it sounds. I'm sorry for my background.
You good?
But now they're gonna come for me. Um, but in her live, she makes it as if like she was talking to a little girl. And those conversations in that live, I couldn't even respond to it because a lot of those conversations that she said she had never happened. Um, I've always been a woman who can hold my own. I've always been a very vocal woman. I've always been a woman that if I didn't believe something, you ain't gonna make me believe it. You know, I've always been that woman. But I truly loved Mel, and I I did tell her on her couch one night before it started getting to a point where it was no conversation that I kind of inadvertently the protection that I had on my dad, I switched it over to her. And so losing her also affected me this year, you
Mm-hmm.
know, to see or hear some stuff that was being deceived or, you know, even at the funeral, I was being told you need to distance yourself. And I'm like, why?
From
You
her?
know, yeah.
Oh.
And you couldn't tell me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Virgo for one. I'm loyal. I protect you. If you are my friend, if you are my family, I protect you. And anybody come for you has to come through me. You don't have to ask for that. That's just how I am. And so it was a problem with when you team up with women that feel like I have a vendetta against them because they had disrespected you. So when we start siding with side chicks and enemies and we're cool and we're cordial, you have to say like, what the hell is going on? Like what? You know, so it still gets me. I'm still dealing with that too. I mean, I'm grieving somebody who's lost as well. You know what I'm saying? We did connect when it came to my dad's loss. You know, so our relationship is just non-existent. It's nothing that I want to repair.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, as far as the book, are there any moments while writing when you almost stopped and felt vulnerable, too vulnerable to continue?
yeah. I tried to come. I If you follow me on TikTok or on Facebook, I was a lot of times when I was writing at night, I was crying. Um, I caught myself trying to document some of the things. You know, I would video some of it, but um, like I said, I tell my secrets in this book as well. I talk about domestic violence. I talk about family secrets in this book. Um, that's why it's so raw because I don't hold back in this book. These are things that God has brought me through, and I believe that God's supposed to get the glory. I got to tell people what God did bring me through, and He did bring me through domestic violence. It's a near death situation in there that's real near and dear. Um, and that chapter is called "Karma's a Bitch." That's the name of that chapter. Um,
Okay.
then I also
Well,
had to be true.
you almost had to who?
I mean, I had to be truthful on a lot of stuff. So
I thought you said you almost had to beat a bitch. I thought, well, listen.
yeah, that's in a couple of chapters. Now that's a couple of chapters.
Well, listen. You mentioned that your motto is God will never put more on you than you can bear. What does that truly mean to you, especially in this season of your life?
Because still people, I mean, I may think I have it hard right now, with my dad being gone, but some people got it harder than I do. Um, you got people who done lost both parents.
Mhm.
Um, it's the same. I look at the situation. I don't want to name names, but you got people who done lost both parents. You got people who done lost their parents in a very small time. The the month of February is the same month that I married my mother and buried my father. You know, I watched my mama be at the epitome of the highest of her life and finally get the love to that she deserved. And then I was watching my dad at his lowest and I was watching him deteriorate. And I was watching the man that I knew to be so strong be, I'm sorry, totally weak. And so God won't put more on me than I can bear. I mean, if he gave it to me, that means this is something I can handle. I just got to go through it. And that's what my encouragement is to anybody when days seem like it can't bear. Today may be hard, but when I wake up tomorrow, it's a breeze. It's another day to get things right. It's another day to kick ass. It's another day to be the baddest chick. It's another day to do better. So if he woke me up today, it's still a purpose. It's still something I got to do. That's where I'm at with it. And I'm in this book. I'm trying to encourage. I'm trying my best to encourage people. And maybe in this book, I feel like I'm telling people what I want somebody to say to me.
Mhm.
Um, and so and some days you have to fake it to make it. Um, even when you don't feel your best, you got to get up and you got to do your makeup. You gotta you gotta pull it out. Like I'll put up a post so positive when I'm probably feeling the most negative. You gotta understand for somebody to block you from my dad's when he blocked me from my dad's page,
Tell us more.
man, that day was like his death all over. Like literally.
That this was after he had passed.
This is after he had passed.
Wow.
See, I'm a boy mom and I don't really cry in front of my kids. I don't really show weakness. I'm a tough girl. I'm a football mom at that. So the night that I had got that I found out, because mind you, I found out that I was blocked. Randomly, I would get in these moves and I would make reels and I will tag my dad into it. And in my head, that was a way of me talking to my dad. And you know when they say, you know, and I'm a Christian girl, you know, to be absent from the body is to be with the Lord. If you it took me so long to get there.
Mhm.
I wasn't there. I wasn't I don't even know if I'm still there. Um, but it was one night and a lot of times my crying is in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, kids asleep. My son was home from school and I am hyperventilating on the floor, crying because I'm trying to hold my cries in so it won't wake my kids.
Mhm.
And I make this real, and I have almost 1,000 pictures of my father and my dad. Me and my dad. Every time we got together, it was always a picture. We was always taking pictures. And I'm taking this reel, and I try to tag my dad in this reel, and it don't go through. And I delete it, and then I do it again, and his name still doesn't populate. So I'm like, hold on, is it me? So I go to his page, and I can't find his page. I'm like, hold on. So this is like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I go in there to my oldest son and I wake him up out his sleep. And I said, see if you can go to your granddaddy's page. And Because in my head, I'm trying to think, no, I'm not blocked from my dad's page. That's how I'm feeling. And he clicks on my dad's page and he said, yeah, I can see granddaddy right here. And I completely break down. I completely break down. And at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I call my sister and I'm crying and I'm saying, why would you do this to me? Why would she do this to me? Like, why? Like,
Now,
what did I do?
have you talked to her about this?
Um, Afterwards, oh yeah, yeah. Well, let's say it's not a. I don't think we have not talked. It's been more of, and even before it became where I decided to do a video and let people know, because the only reason the video came about, and you realize in my video, I don't spill no tea. I just wanted to let people know that we was no longer talking. I don't come forward. I don't talk. I don't pull receipts or I don't do any of that in that video. My video was 10 minutes now. 10.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact of the matter is we're going to get awards and my dad is being honored and you're going and you're not involving his kids. That's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off. And before it got to that, I'm a firm believer that if I have a problem with you, I am a woman enough to talk to you. So immediately I am texting when we was in a group thread, what the fuck did you do? Melanie, what did you do to my dad's page? And mind you, this is in the middle of the night. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. She wastes like an hour or two and she wanna apologize to everybody just in the thing or whatever. Sorry you guys for saying it. But yeah, I blocked you and I blocked you because I'm not gonna do subliminals on Facebook. I'm like, what subliminals? I'm confused. Um, at this time, I'm already promoting my book. And the publicist that I had at the time would give me a week long of things that I would put in in any post.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently one of those posts she felt like was for her. And my thing is the only way they could feel like that was you if those are feelings that you already had. But it was literally nothing towards her at all. And the only reason that came about is because of a conversation.
Mm.
So do you want that conversation?
Yeah, let's hear that conversation.
So want to see?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So on Father's Day, on Father's Day is the day that I posted the cover of my book.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and let me get you straight. On her live, she does talk about how she is the one who brought the people to me to who came for the book. Certainly right. When you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm gonna tell you off top. The people who the book deals, the plan, and she was already writing a book before my dad passed. And my thing was I completely support it. If I write a story, you write a story, stories are two totally different stories. You come from a wife, I come from a daughter. Our situations are not different. I don't know what you went through. You don't know what I went through, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the day that I post the cover is on Father's Day. On Father's Day, my very first Father's Day, I tried to relive our last Father's Day. And me and my dad's favorite food, seafood, all day long. I sat at a gravesite eating shrimp for 3 hours crying. Now, go back to her house. She calls me on the phone. Get your ass out there in that heat. Get your to this house. Da 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 da. This, and that was our. We had our own way of how we used to talk with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I come over there, and she called my sister over there, and we go live on that day. On that live, I ain't got no lashes, I ain't got no makeup, no nothing. I've been crying all day because I can't. Father's Day was the day I was supposed to get. I had to have my ducks in the row, my money right. My daddy wants the biggest steak. He wants pictures of margaritas. He was gonna go hard for Father's Day. And it was my first Father's Day. And so we go there and they're trying to cheer me up and we go live. And on the live, a woman, and I call her a side chick or whatever the hell she want to be called, um, who I made known when my dad was alive that I did not care for at all. Like I said, mind you, people got balls now the daddy's gone. On the live, she was speaking to me on the live. And on the live, I keep saying, I can't see my comments. Is anybody talking to me? I can't see my comments. I don't go live. And the girl gets mad because I don't speak to her on the live. And mind you, I said she was a side chick, right? On my dad's last days, this side chick was scared. She wanted to see my dad. And I told her, you have to put your big girl drawers on. You're going to have to hit his wife up and see. And mind you, I don't give a damn. My husband on his last bed. Ain't no bitch come to see my husband. But some people are better women than me.
Ooh.
She allowed the girl to come up there and see.
How Melody gonna do that and then she get on live complaining about these side chicks?
You see my face,
Okay,
right?
you know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. It's day drinking. It's Friday.
I wish we was in the same room because we get something to eat.
Oh, baby, it would be going. Let me tell you, I didn't like this girl. And so dad passed away. I don't meet the girl until the repass. When I meet her, I knew she was buck crazy just talking to her. And she said, we're going to give her a chance.
Who said this?
Melly.
Oh.
So give her a chance. Give her a chance. Now, I got to give you this backstory because, mind you, this stuff I'm telling you right now is not in the book. This stuff is not in the book. This is currently right now. So, back to you. So, this girl, now mind you, I've been broke a lot of times. So I don't play to be rich girl or whatever the case is, but I ain't never been so broke that I inbox people asking for money. You know, that's just a different type of level I just don't go to. But dad passed away. Girl inboxed me one day and said, hey, Dominique, I was wondering if you can help me with a situation. My daughter has her senior heads tomorrow, a senior trip or something. She's needing money or something. I don't know. But I'm a single mother and I just been doing too much. It was a whole crop of help in this thing. And I'm thinking to myself, baby, I'm not a single mother. Okay. I sent her and she was like, can you ask Mel if she can help as well and everything? I'm like, look, Mel got other stuff going on. Yes. You can't make this up. I tell you.
My chick gonna ask the daughter and the what boy.
You can't make it up. You can't make this shit up. Okay, so I sent the girl maybe, I think I sent her $60 or $70. I'm on my way out of town as well. I'm really baffled that somebody asked me for this, but I'm trying to be nice. Apparently, I didn't send enough.
Oh, Lord.
Because, you know, mind you, when somebody asks you for money, they constantly text you back and forth. But then when you send the cash out, I don't get a thank you. I don't get.
Did she heart it?
Did you get it? 2 hours go by. Did you get it? Oh, I'm sorry. I was at a graduation. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Lord.
Now, I ain't said nothing still. Now, daddy has passed away. All the girls are posting videos, posting pictures, posting.
Wait. What you mean all the girls?
Oh, Lord.
Are posting. And they're posting. And some of them would tag me in them and say, I miss him,
Oh,
everything, and all
Lord.
this stuff.
They would
And I
tag
wouldn't,
the
but tag me.
the side chicks. Mel, did they tag her?
I'm
Cause
sure.
that's bold.
I
That's
mean,
bold.
if they didn't respect her when he was alive, they damn sure ain't gonna respect him when she gone. So my thing is,
Wow.
no one understood how triggering it was. You know what I'm saying? You tagging, and you know what I'm saying. I believe everybody's feelings should be however they feel, but at that time, I'm grieving. I lost my father, whatever the case is.
And
But
Mel mad at you?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord, okay, let's get to the story. Let me get you here. Let me get you there. Okay, Father's Day, same side chick.
Oh,
I
mm.
said I can't see my comments while I'm live, right? Apparently, on this live, she is speaking to me, and I'm not speaking back because I can't see the comments, right? I get on. I said, you know what? Shoot, we're going to get off my live. Melanie, give me your phone. We're going to go live on your phone. You know what I'm saying? We're going live on her phone. Now, me and Melanie still saying, we can't see the comments. Oh, it was something we was doing, but she's speaking to us on that phone. And mind you, I got Melanie's phone in my hand. The side chick texts Melanie while the phone is in my hand and says something like, Dominique ain't never liked me and this and that and all this stuff right here. Well, mind you, I don't really go through people's phone, but you know how the bubble comes up and I saw my name. So I clicked on it. What are we talking about? Hold on. Why I don't like her? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out.
Didn't you just give us some money? Oh, Lord.
You can't make this up. I just sent you money.
Now, I know
Oh
I'm
my
from
God.
Memphis. I'm a Florida Memphian, whatever you want to call it. But there's some parts of Memphis that there's some folks that's just off.
Off. Off.
Continue.
Opposite. So, like I said, I'm a woman that I feel like if we have a situation, a disagreement, let me inbox you and ask you what is wrong. This is on Father's Day, my very first Father's Day. I'm grieving. I'm hurting. I'm in a gravesite in the hot summer eating shrimp. I mean,
In the heat.
and I inboxed her and I said, hey, I had Melanie's phone in my hand and I seen what you had texted her. You know, where does this come from? I don't have no beef with you anymore. I thought I made it clear back in the day I didn't like you, but what's wrong now? She takes us back and say, no, you ain't never liked me. And um, I be tagging you into posts and you don't say nothing. And I'm reading this shit and I'm like, really?
The
And I
side chick texting the daughter.
oh no, but let her tell it. Because if I was to show you pictures, she ain't never really been with my daddy like that. And my thing is, on my dad's deathbed, he gonna take some stuff with him. I know my daddy. He gonna tell her that he done fucked this girl. But if you see all the pictures that's been posted, this was a girl that was bluntly put out there that my dad used to use when he was mad at Melanie, head in titties, pictures, whatever the case is. This is a woman who used to disrespect Melanie, right? That was my only reason why I didn't like her. I ain't never did nothing to me. Only reason I didn't like her. But she ain't never been with my dad. Now, mind you, I know my damn daddy. My daddy ain't paid, ain't, because if you a woman that is begging for money in a inbox, you definitely was asking my daddy for some money. And my
Oh,
daddy ain't giving it up for free.
Oh, Lord.
oh, Lord. So she was
So,
she was a swallowed up. She was a swallowed up girl. Oh, okay, all right, all right, all right.
so Oh, girl. So anyway, we get the in the inbox. The inbox doesn't go the way I think it's gonna go. I'm thinking maybe women can just solve this. It ain't no issue, whatever. She started getting disrespectful. She tell me that's a way of life. You're supposed to bury our parents. She lost her friend. And I'm like, baby, it's Father's Day. I'm sure you got a chance to call your dad and say, Happy Father's Day. I just said to the grave, but my dad is supposed to be her best friend.
Her best friend. Her
Now, if
be-
he's your best friend, why are you choosing on Father's Day to fight with his daughter? And this is back and forth. This is how I'm talking to her. And I'm like, and now she is calling herself the female Thaddeus Matthews. You don't
oh,
have it in you.
Oh Lord.
I'm the female Thaddeus Matthews. You don't have it in you. And this. I'm gonna go live about you. What bitches want to go live about me? What is wrong with y'all? I'm talking to you right here. You know what? Better yet, let me call you through Facebook. Call 3 times. Ignore. No phone call. Don't answer the phone. You can't make this stuff up. We are mad at me because I did not say hey on a face on a lie. This is what we're mad about. Now, let's rear this back to Melanie, right? The girls decide to start putting posters up about me. That is Matthew's daughter says she's prettier than me. All this stuff right here. Mind you, this is the most pettiest shit in my goddamn life. But I tell Melanie, I said, look, just block her from my dad's page. I'm not going to say anything about this girl. We're going to let it go. Melanie tells me, I don't know if your daddy would have want that.
what?
Miss me with the bullshit.
Oh,
And I sit on the phone and quiet like this. I said, what do you mean? But she was your dad's friend and this. I don't think your dad would have want me to block her.
Melanie said this about the side chick. Oh,
Miss me with the bullshit.
So
Jesus.
now I'm like, I had to ask, because I had to ask a couple of people, is it me? Am I doing too much? Am I thinking the wrong way? Because I'm like, before the funeral, not this side chick, but another side chick I was arguing with because of her. Because I'm arguing with all these women because I'm protecting you. Not that you asked me to. You didn't have to ask me. I just thought the women was doing too much. You verbally said it to me that they was doing too much. They was disrespecting you. And because I knew the women, because my daddy would introduce me to all of them. You know, chill out. I have heard the most hurtful things that any grieving daughter should ever hear. Um, and it was on the cause of her. So I had to check myself. My sister said, we are, mind you, people have been putting up posts that in a little bit, Melanie and Dominique gonna be into it. And I swear to God, I do not want this. I consider her family. I love that woman. I did. I did. So my sister said, we're gonna go have a conversation. We're gonna be like women, we're gonna go have a conversation. So we go over there and we had this conversation. And I tell her how I felt about that whole situation. End up with me crying, tears in my eyes. And she constantly saying, you ain't got to protect me. And I don't know why you think you got to protect me. You know what? I back up. I say, you know what? Inadvertently, maybe my protection from my dad had reverted over to you. You know, I'm going to take the L. That's how I was. And then she hits me with, well, Dominique, you grieving like you the only one that's grieving. How? Is the question. How am I grieving like I'm the only person grieving? She says, you put up a post that said, oh, nobody miss him like I miss him.
But the side chicks was out here tagging you. Was Melanie a side chick before? Huh? Cause only that's giving side chick behavior.
Like that's how they all start.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Okay. All right. Wow.
So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I said, did that offend you? She said, no, it didn't offend me. Look at my sister. Did it offend you? My sister said, no, it didn't offend me. Who the fuck did it offend? But you have to know that he had fans and these people. What? I have just lost my father. And I am supposed to worry about everybody's feelings on Facebook and social media. Well, I think your posts are becoming hypocritical. How is
Oh,
my post being hypocritical? Mind you, I didn't know that somebody was picking apart every post that I'm posting. I didn't know. I
oh.
wasn't aware. And mind you, I'm crying because I'm upset. I'm trying to hold it in, but I'm pissed. And she tells me that well, it's a post that you put up. It's a picture um
You're his
that you
daughter.
did that in the same pose as your dad.
You're his daughter.
Same pose.
You're his daughter.
She said you said you didn't want to be like your dad, but then you made a post in the same post like your dad.
You're his daughter.
Oh, Lord.
What are we talking about here? Oh,
And I remember going home that night and I was just drained. I was just super drained. And then now mind you, this is a Saturday. Here comes Sunday. Sunday, we're going to have dinner at another woman's house who used to be with my dad.
Oh, Lord.
yeah. Okay, we done. Let's wrap this up. Oh my God. Are you serious?
The special friend. And in the book, she is called the secret lady because she is a woman who said she held all my dad's secrets. She is a woman who knew what the other things that my dad was doing, and she was the one who inadvertently, as we sit at that table, helped my dad to cheat on Melvin and hide it and everything it was. But they're best friends.
Who? Melanie and this girl?
Y'all know her. Y'all know her. Now this lady thinks I have a vendetta against her because during the funeral, Melanie was complaining so much about her that I had confronted her. So she thinks that I have a thing against her. But I was calling them sister wives, is what I was calling.
Well,
Oh, Lord.
wow.
So this lady,
Well, what can we do? They had lunch.
lunch,
I mean,
she promoting her business on her page.
she what?
Okay. I'm trying.
I ain't got no liquor in this room. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So the lady that is the quote unquote mattress lady, who she promotes, the 901 mattress.
Oh,
There was another woman who inadvertently she always thought was another side chick. And because Melanie has dirt on her, and I know that dirt too. I ain't gonna go there.
wasn't Thaddeus doing commercials for this store? Oh Jesus!
Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord! Oh, and this in the book.
No,
Oh, this fresh off the press. Oh Lord Jesus! Whoa, Jesus! Whoa!
no, this is not in the book.
I can just see it
Or
now.
is it in the book?
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
oh Lord!
We don't know. But hmm, see, I don't like for people to come for me because I don't bother nobody. Anybody know me? I'm respectful. I love everybody. Hell, I won't wear a piece just like everybody else. But some things are just conniving. But we go there and we go to dinner, and again, I'm being picked apart. What's in your book? I don't want to be in your book. Do you have a drinking problem? And mind you, the only reason I was asked did I have a drink problem was because apparently to this dinner was everybody bring wine, I'm gonna cook dinner. Well, I don't really drink wine. I'm a Jack type of girl. So I brought double shots of Jack. Why do you need that? Why do you need that? Now, mind you, you got a drink in your hand asking me why I got a drink in my hand. And I had to sit here and say, but I told your dad that I was gonna look after you. But you want a bill? You want rent? What you want a card note? What is the plan? And what was hurtful that was said was your dad said on his deathbed she was gonna be a problem.
Who said this?
Secret lady.
The mattress lady. Oh, okay.
She bust out and she said, your dad told me you was gonna be a problem. So apparently, I guess I was supposed to follow suit. And I
How
guess I'm not going the route that everybody prefer me
how
to go.
did she get to talk to your daddy on his dying bed?
She was right there the whole time. And so you gotta remember, Melanie and my dad was split up that last year. So to keep making it as Melanie was there every day, she wasn't. The mattress lady was. Her job was to go do what my dad told her to do and report back to Melanie. And that's what she did. And she was there every day, every single day. Me and Melanie had jobs. We both have corporate jobs. This lady owned her own business, so she would shut her business down. And if my daddy wanted food, and if my dad need her to run and go get a charger, my daddy need her to run and do this and do that. She stopped everything and she went and did it. And her job was to report back to Melanie because Melanie had dirt on her. And in between that, they became friends. Now I'm telling you what came out somebody's mouth. These are things I would not know if somebody hadn't told. So Crystal think I have a problem against her. I don't think she's not even nothing to talk about when it comes to as far as me. I just talk about how the fact that she was there. I appreciate everybody who was there as far as my dad. I do. What I don't appreciate is the connivance, because at my dad's funeral, I had armed guards at my dad's funeral. I had armed guards at my dad's funeral. Somebody had went live about me and Thaddeus Matthews' daughter, and my thing was anybody that had disrespected her. We had a list of people who was not invited to that funeral, and you didn't know it until you got to that door.
Wow.
They was checking IDs at the door, because we had. The thing is, I'm hearing people saying, I don't know if I want to go to the funeral because I think the funeral gonna be as messy as his life was, or messy as this. It's gonna be drama at his funeral. I don't want that. So in her life, she said it. She had nothing to do with the security guards. Right. That was all me. And when security asked me, do you want me in suits or do you want us in armed gear? What do you want? I said, I want armed gear because I need people to know that I ain't with the shit. We was not going to allow my daddy's last day or the last moment that I had with my dad to be interfered by any of this foolishness on social media or whatever the case is. I wasn't going to go for it. And there was some people that could not be in my space, or I couldn't see, so I could conduct myself the way I needed to conduct myself that day. And the reason why it was armed guards, there was a rope around the casket. The
Yeah.
reason why it was only 1 hour that people could see him walk past that casket, because I never wanted a public funeral. I was tired of sharing every single thing. I didn't want a public funeral, but I never crossed the boundaries of just being the daughter and her being the wife. I never crossed it. And I asked one thing. I had one request: just don't have my daddy's face on social media. That was the only thing. One freaking request I had.
Oh.
I didn't know that she had okayed the funeral home to video inside the casket. So as we leave the funeral, she has her funeral card. I have my funeral card. My phone up as soon as I get in the car, in the funeral car, and the first thing I see is my daddy's face in the casket. I break down.
So they was not supposed to video that part of the funeral. Cause that was like right there. Wow.
But she says in her life that the funeral home did everything she okayed to do.
Mm.
So the crazy part is, and then I had saw the picture
Mm-hmm.
at the funeral home,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, how would anybody get that picture at the funeral home? We had a private wait. Only 10 people was in that wait. We had the wait all the way in the back. They had him in a secluded place. How did anybody get that picture? And the crazy part is, I hadn't even made it to the gravesite before it was already on social media. And so when I got to burial, the burial is the hard part. The funeral is not the hard part. The burial is the hardest part. Because in my head was, I was leaving my daddy out there by himself, alone. And I knew the vulnerable moments that my dad was scared to die. I knew the vulnerable moments where he was crying. I knew the vulnerable moments. And in my head, and there's a chapter that says, why wouldn't he let me save him?
Mm.
because in my head, I felt like if some of the things I had did different, if I would have did the show with him, I could have saved him from himself. If I came and if I was trying to fight everybody at the end, no one understood. My daddy was inadvertently losing his mind and was not going to allow anybody to show his weakness. Was not going to show you, but nobody paid attention. My daddy was letting strangers come up to the hospital. He was all those movements that he was doing, and I'm arguing with the hospital saying, "Stop letting people come in this room. Stop this. Stop that." And I just kept saying, like, I don't know. I don't know. It was tough. It was tough. And I just all I did was I called Mel that Monday after the Saturday and the Sunday. They peeled me apart, and then Monday I called on the phone. I said, "Look, I really didn't appreciate last night. I just felt so drained. I'm tired of crying. I've been crying for months, every single day. You know how it is to wake up every day and your heart is broken every day, and you gotta keep going on like it's nothing. You gotta show face, you gotta smile, you gotta put your makeup on and be for what it is. Then you got everybody that's critiquing every goddamn thing you do. You're
Wow.
looking at my posts, the way my hair is, my makeup. Ooh, she got too much makeup on. She ain't got enough makeup. Maybe she too sad today. Oh, damn, she doing too much. Can't post my dad. Can't say his name. It irritates everybody. I mean, and you get to a point where you just say, you know what, kiss my ass.
Well,
And I told her on the phone, I gotta remove myself from everybody. I wasn't trying to not be for her. And maybe the fact of seeing me, I don't know. Everybody grieved differently. Maybe when she saw me, she saw my dad, or maybe I act like my dad, or whatever the case is. I don't know. But what I do know is that it was sucking the life out of me. And I just wasn't in a state to be able to take somebody peeling me apart when I'm trying to figure this thing out called grief. I don't know how it is. I've never had to witness, and I'm now going through first birthdays, and I'm going through first Father's Days, and everything is a new day, and I'm trying to figure out this new person that I am. I'm a girl without a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out it. What I used to tell people is I feel like a woman in a room with 1,000 people, and I can't trust one person,
mm,
not one. Everybody got an agenda, and so then it's crazy to hear somebody say, "Well, now she's trying to make money off her daddy." First of all, that's my bloodline. That's my daddy. Inadvertently, I always felt like he kept trying to push me to the forefront. He kept trying to cause this drama with me because my dad used to say, at the end of the day, when I died, this shit can't end just with me. My sister is not going to do it. And if my brother was well, he would have been this person.
mhm.
It's just the three of us. So I put it on my back and said, you know what? I do it. I'll take the bullshit. I'll take these stupid ass comments. I'll take these bloggers that don't know nothing. I'll take it. Let me do it. Because you can't come for me on something that I know. Like, so I had to take losing mail and randomly it was pissing me off. I kept trying to hold it in. Mind you, when I did that video, it had been months. It had been months that I didn't say anything. And I'm watching you constantly put up a subliminal every time. Because mind you, you blocked me from my dad's page, but you didn't block me from your page. The purpose was to hurt Domonique. That was the purpose. That was the purpose. You didn't block me from your page. You blocked me from my dad's page. That's what meant. Then you go on his page and you try to erase every single thing of me on his page. You got a child on there that's not his. And then you put up posters that say it's a difference between grieving and guilt. She didn't come to the house. What the fuck I need to come to the house for every day? What was the point? And my daddy ate out. We hung out. What I need to sit up in this house for? And then I describe in my book a day that I went and cleaned his house after
I
she had done
remember,
left.
I remember that.
See, it's memes. It's memes that goes around. It's memes that goes around with my dad is like fly need flies every time he was in the show. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Fly needs flies. For the first time in my dad's entire life, he's by himself. Mind you, I said my dad's always had a woman. And every woman that has been with my dad has always waited on him hand and foot. Every time. If he ate dinner, it was because a woman brought it to him. If a dish was put up, it was because a woman did it. If it was his outfits, it was because a woman put it out. My dad's in his house and he's by himself. And I started studying my dad. Like my last year, I feel like I studied my dad. Our last Father's Day, I left, and I remember calling my sister and saying, "I think I just had my last Father's Day." I said it. Like, you can't get on this post and tell me. And I just think it's so irresponsible for people to write on a post and say, you didn't like your dad. You wasn't there for your dad. Like, this is shit I would never say to a person who done lost their father.
But who put that out there that you didn't like your daddy?
That I didn't like my dad because I
Who?
denounced. Oh, it's plenty of bloggers. There's plenty of comments that have been put on there. Plenty. I've said it plenty of times. What's a little bobblehead ass girl, a blogger that does all her blogs in her car with the juicy lips? Don't nobody follow the bitch. I don't even know her name. But right now she put up a post talking about Melanie the daughter found out that she was a bigger snake than the other snake and all this extra stuff right here. He would have lived if he had better people around him. I talk about how it was the last decision of him being in that nursing home. My daddy cared about that show. Memphis was his life.
Yeah, it was. It
Memphis
was.
was his life. The show was his life, and anybody could get it. Anybody was sacrificed for that show. Anybody. And people forget. My daddy did a whole 3-hour show on me and with tears. My dad's brain was starting to become like a 3-year-old who was having temper tantrums. And because I didn't make it to the hospital that day, a whole show was done on me. And then that's called the chapter Broken.
So how many chapters are in the book?
12
So it's 12 chapters in the book. So
chapters.
let me ask you a question. Because I know that this could be emotionally draining for you. What does happiness look like for Domonique Matthews today?
I don't know. I am grateful to God to be alive, and my kids are fine. Really, I'm happy, but I just have a broken heart. It's the truth. And it hurt me that me and Mel went the way it went. It hurt me when I heard people who didn't like me say, "Hey, She said we should do a podcast together. People that I would have never set across. Of happiness. I ain't got there yet.
You got there.
Like I haven't got there yet. I haven't. I don't know. I'm I'm content. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. But to say happy, I haven't got there yet. I don't know what it looks like. It's 7 months. Still fresh.
Yeah.
Still new. And what I'm doing is I'm going through the motions and I'm telling people my truth and I'm being truthful. And I don't care who comes in the midst of it because, for 20 years, I gave a damn about my feelings. When people was making posts and making Facebook groups, if she male or she female, or every time when you called in this show and that's why I fucked your daughter. And all these different things. I've been my daddy's punching bag for so long. And I took it, and my dad would say, "You was built for this. This shit still pissing you off. Why is it still making you mad?" I kept saying, "This ain't me. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be popular, because that's all this is at the end of the day. Social media popular. That's all it is. I didn't ask for it." But then I say, you know what? If I could show another woman who had daddy issues, and a woman who would have went through something, maybe that's my path. Maybe my path is to show people, yeah, I went through domestic violence and I survived it. I went through a day where I thought I was ending it, and gun to my head. Maybe I can help somebody else. Maybe I could show something else different by my story. So the book is raw. It's unfiltered. It is. And people gonna come for me, and I expect this. I expect, but most people that talk about you is not doing better than you. So,
Right.
hey, and you hear women say, "Oh, she had too much makeup on," I tell them, "Hey, well, at least shit was pretty." Or if you're gonna talk about me, at least spell my name right. Like, if that's what we're gonna do.
Well,
So,
look,
you
go ahead.
know,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. So, before we get to the last point, 2 points, if you could speak to your younger self, the teen mom, the survivor, the dreamer, what would you tell that person today?
that you're gonna be okay. That's pretty much it. Gonna be okay. I am. This book, I pray to God. People say, what's the purpose? What's the series? I don't know. I just ask God to lead me whatever direction it is that He needs to lead me in, whatever my purpose is. And I am a girl's girl. I'm not one of those girls that have a bunch of enemies. Don't like girls. No, I'm a girl's girl, and I'm for women, and I'm for women who have went through things. I mean, you name it. Single mom, teen mom, domestic violence, molestation, daddy issues, all of it. You name it. A black
Yep.
woman,
That's in the book too.
a lot in the book. The, the book may piss a lot of people off, but you can't tell me it didn't happen. You can't look me in my face and tell me it didn't happen.
Wow.
And who gets the glory out of it is because at the end of the day, I still smile. I am still blessed. And my story is going to help somebody.
Yeah.
It may piss some people off, but it's going to help somebody
Yeah.
because it's a woman out there who have dealt with scrutiny and everything. It's a woman when you when you go through talking about the levels of the stalking, how I walk in my house and somebody is in my house.
What?
Those are things I made it out of. Yeah,
Somebody was in your house.
Gotta buy the book.
I saw you said. Listen, y'all. If y'all listen, this interview is only a portion. For those of y'all who got good sense and not illiterate and can read, this book is a jaw dropper, page turner. And if y'all think this is some tea, yeah. If y'all think this is tea, wait till you Memphis. All y'all in Memphis that like Thaddeus, didn't like Thaddeus. If you want to find out the tea, because listen here, ain't no sense in waiting on Melanie. I'm gonna say it right now. Ain't no sense in waiting on Melanie. Because I'm sure when she put out a book, baby, she gonna make it juicy, juicy. Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm just gonna say, Melanie, no disrespect. I'm just gonna say, are you the side chick too? Were you a side chick too? Because it's giving a whole lot of side chick energy. Because I don't think a woman should not allow a man's children to be a part. Let me be quiet if I end up getting myself in some trouble. Anywho,
We don't gonna lie about you too. I mean, it's what we do. I mean,
so so Domonique, as we close, how can people? First of all, I want to say this. I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you being vulnerable and open enough to talk about this, to write a book, to tell your story, because again, that was your father. And then two, to share your experience of your life and things that have happened. Because a lot of people wouldn't do this. A lot of public figure children wouldn't do what you're doing. Because they've had to share the world, they've had to share their parents with the world. So in closing, how can people connect with you, support your work, pre-order You Can't Make This Up. So how can people connect with you and support your work?
so we are in pre-order. The book should probably be here. I have now made it where we have the book signing is November the 16th.
Okay.
So when you pre-order, you can go on my website. It is You Can't Make This Up squarespace.com. You Can't Make This Up squarespace.com. You can pre-order. It's going to give you two options. On those two options, you have the choice to either pick it up at the book signing or you can have it delivered to you, which is a shipping and handling when you deliver it to you. It is also going to be on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, you name it. But I'm only pre-selling a few, and that limit is almost here. But really what I wanted to do was the people who was pre-ordering, I want them to be my VIP guests at my book signing. And they're gonna get gifts. They're gonna get things of my dad's. They're gonna be special. So the book is only $20. Nothing crazy.
Have you guys
Um,
put it on Amazon yet?
I I don't think it's already on Amazon. I would tell people I would prefer you to do it through me.
Okay.
It's a percentage. Um, but the sun is starting to move in my way now. Um, but yeah, the I will be announcing maybe in a day or so as where the venue will be as far as the book signing. But November 16th, you will have that book. By November 16th, you will have that book in hand. Pick it up. It will be delivered out before then for the ones who already pre-ordered. But you will be able to pick up the books. I'm going to have shirts. I'm going to have things of my dad's on hand as well. Just come out and support. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to try to get my dad name through doors that he could not get himself through. And let's start a movement. My dad did a lot for Memphis. He loved Memphis. He sacrificed for Memphis. But as a woman, let's tell our story. I'm promoting more people to tell their story and tell their book. Let's give God the glory of the things that we have been through and sacrificed and what He has brought us through. And the only way, I know somebody has it more worse than me. I don't pretend to have the worst off. I'm blessed, but that's where I'm at. I don't know. I'm just day by day. I'm day by day. I'm enjoying the ride. I so wish he was here to see this. He would have loved it. I think he would have loved the picture on the front.
Yeah.
And I'm just going through it. I done put it all on my back. I'm the girl that has put it all on my back. And we just gonna ride this to whatever. So,
Well, listen, you all. Dominic said that you can also pre-order the book at youcan'tmakethisup.com. I'm gonna say it again. You can't make this up. You can't make this up.com. So I'm listening. Please, you can't misspell it. You can't mess it up. It's just how it sounds. You can't make this up.com. Listen, from this interview alone, it's some stuff in there that is gonna blow your mind, and you just gonna have to read it. Thaddeus Matthews was a well-known, controversial person that reached people all over the United States and more than likely the world. But I know that Thaddeus Matthews touched a lot of people, made a lot of people laugh. Yes, pissed a lot of people off, but he did more entertaining than anything. Did a lot of well-known stories, international stories, especially in Memphis with rappers and things of that nature. Helped a lot of political figures out. This I do know. Even working with the Church of God in Christ with Elder Moses Tyson and myself, Thaddeus Matthews has been a very pivotal person in his life. And so for that, he's very much so appreciated. And so, Domonique, I don't care what they say about your makeup. I don't care you are a beautiful woman.
thank you.
You wrote this book. You're talented. You're a wonderful mother and everything. And that is to be appreciated and celebrated. Thank you again for this opportunity to do this interview. And just looking for great things. And if I'm able to make it, I'm gonna be there.
Well, thank you. You should come out. It's gonna be a party.
Well, listen, thank you so much for doing this interview. And we're looking for great things from you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. It's the King Jives Show, baby. Turn it up, turn it up.